Hi, I'm Tuji from OpenFn. In this tutorial, we are going to create a simple workflow that automates users' data sync between REST API and Google Sheets. Let's begin. Before you start, here are things you need to know before you begin the process. First, make sure that you have the basic understanding of OpenFn key concept. You can learn more about OpenFn key concept and API terminology in our documentation website. Visit docs.openfn.org to learn more about the key concept. The second thing that you need to have is a Google account, because you'll be needing that to be able to create a Google Sheet credential. And third, make sure that you have a project that is already created in OpenFn. Let's get started. Create a new workflow and give it a name. So I've already created a workflow called Sync Users Info. Let me show you how I have set up that workflow. So in my workflow, I have set up a cron trigger that runs every day at 12 a.m. in the morning. You have the ability to change this to a webhook event or adjust the cron trigger settings. You can change the frequency, you can change the hour or minute, or you can actually write the cron expression for your workflow. The first step that I've set up for this workflow is called fetch users. In this step, we're going to fetch users data from a JSON placeholder API. The second step that I've set up is called sync users, and this is responsible for mapping user data that we got from fetch user step and sync that data to a Google Sheet. As you can see, this step is using the Google Sheet adapters, and I'm using their latest version that is currently available. To create the credential for Google Sheet, click New Credential and select Google Sheet credential with the OAuth 2 icon. Once you've done that, configure the credential and a model with a sign in with Google will appear. Click the sign in with Google button and follow the steps that are required to allow the appropriate permission for the Google Sheet adapter. I've already created one and it's called Google Sheet Demo. And let's take a look at the code that I have. So in my editors, you can see I have the first operation that transforms the data to the data model that I want to sync to Google Sheet. And in my second operation, I am plugging that data from state.users, and I'm using the spreadsheet ID that I got from creating the demo users spreadsheet. To show you how this works, let me delete this data that I have here. So the ID you'll get after you create a spreadsheet, you'll get it from the URL. So you'll need to copy that and use it in your job code. So this is my ID, and to run this workflow, let's start from the first step. The first step is very simple. It fetches user data from JSON placeholder, and I just added a console log that show me how many users that I have fetched. So to test this, we can create a new input. I'm going to create an empty object and click create new work order. Once I do that, the step will be executed and it will fetch the users. As you can see here in my logs, I have 10 users that are being fetched, and it will proceed to the downstream step, which is a Google Sheet step. As you can see here, the step was run successful, and here is a response from Google. You can see this was my input, and if you click the output tab, you will see the final output of this execution. To confirm that this ran successful, go to your spreadsheet and you'll see all the data being populated in that spreadsheet. I hope this is useful and helpful. Catch you on the next video.